Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight we're going to recap with the Kappa and friends on the Low Finer Things.
I like how you referred to yourself as the Kappa.
Yes, that was great.
So, for those of you who may or may not have caught all of that in its wonderful, wonderful glory, this is going to be episode number 5 of the Low Finer Things, and we have essentially titled it Recapping with Kappa. Since we're recapping, how y'all doing? Whitley, how are you?
I'm not bad, getting into the busy season that is summer, with things warming up here, but hanging in there.
Shout out to Snow Mold.
Oh, yes.
Kappa, how are you?
Dude, I am so well, man. How are you doing?
Amazing. Always, forever, and aggressively amazing.
Aggressively amazing!
It's been fantastic. So, before I got caught in my own little world, and before we start recapping here, I was thinking about this today, and I was like, man, my favorite animal in the entire planet, orcas, killer whales, hood dolphins, sea Oreos, Air Force Ones of the ocean, whatever you want to call them. My favorite animal in the world, right? What better animal to be a favorite than for a lo-fi artist than an orca? It's like the perfect embodiment of lo-fi animals.
I don't mean to make it too jealous, but sometimes if I take the boat to the mainland, they're just swimming in the water.
This is one of the many reasons that I want to come and visit you, aside from the fact that we would probably knock out an amazing project, but also because I would be so close to the orcas.
Dude, there's just so many cool whale watching tours around.
I'm going to claim ignorance here. I am not familiar with this greatness that is the orca. TBH.
They're incredible. They're majestic creatures, super aligned with spirituality and indigenous culture if you're from that specific region, but also just an amazingly majestic animal. Come on, who does not want to see? And come on, they also don't piss around at all when it comes to hunting. Apex predator of the ocean, one of their things that they like to do is they will with precision cut, I think it's the liver out of a great white shark and just eat it.
Dude, have you not seen Free Willy?
No.
This is not an adult movie. This is a child's movie.
Off the record, go look at my chat name.
Willie.
How that all ties together.
Because I tell you, I'm you don't know what a killer whale is? An orca?
She knows. She just doesn't understand how special they are.
Yeah, and I'm just how does that tie into lo-fi? Orcas are beasts of the sea.
They're so chill.
To some, but as Kappa said, they are also super chill. They're fun. They're known to just be engaging and curious. I feel they are the perfect lo-fi animal. I don't want to hear nothing about a lo-fi panda or a lo-fi fox, a lo-fi kitten, lo-fi.
I love my lo-fi cat.
Komodo. I ain't about that. Give me lo-fi orca. Give me lo-fi orca.
Komodo dragon.
My favorite lo-fi character is little Kappa.
Dude, he is pretty adorable.
I love that.
I found the right guy.
Who did your logo?
Some dude off Fiverr. I remember it was. Yeah, it was a long time ago. I was just hey, do you want to draw a Kappa with headphones on and this and that? And he was just yes. I was can I use it for a logo and everything with it? He's oh yeah, go ahead. That was the most of our conversation. Sends me that. I think it was $30 Canadian.
I'm telling you, man, you gotta
Steal.
For merch. You gotta get little Kappa plushies. Get a lead on that because they're so cute.
Oh, I would probably steal them all, and I would just be snuggling myself all day. They'd be mine. All mine. I have an army of them.
It's the Scrooge McDuck of Kappa plushies.
Oh my god, a swimming pool full of them that I swim through?
Dude. Be a ball pit, but for adults.
Did you guys know that in the very first episode, we introduced ourselves? Like, it was wild. So I popped up and I was like, hey, I'm Kappa.
I feel like kind of behind the scenes, it's fair to note that like we'd had conversations with each other like individually. I think voice to voice, like you two have like an established friendship before like my friendships with you, and we'd never like all three of us had like a group chat like this voice to voice.
I mean, I didn't start talking to Kappa that much longer.
No, it's just random voice clippets.
Yeah, I think the first time we ever really like talked and like really got down to it was probably when we all logged on for the initial like just sound check for this podcast.
I think that's pretty crazy because there's like real like chemistry between all of us, and I think it's been really fun since getting acquainted, seeing how our everything just kind of unfolds.
I'm also surprised at how well people have taken to the podcast, and like our numbers aren't insane. Like we average right now, 50 an episode on YouTube, maybe 30 on SoundCloud, 23 of which are Whitley.
I gotta be sure.
Yo, and that's okay. There's nothing better than listening to something that you created. And Whitley, when you really start to dive into beats and creating your own, like you'll get that aspect of it as well.
I was gonna roast you and say that's actually just me like falling asleep to your voice every night.
That's a compliment. That's no roast to me.
Yeah.
I'll take it. I have this effect on people. I'm just that boring.
You should be the audiobook man.
Man, I would love to. When I was unemployed, that's one of the things that I was trying to do is I signed up to like be a voice actor on some website. Yeah, nobody hit me up though. Now they know what they're missing. But yo,
thank you. Yeah.
Full advert.
Thank you for being here. Go. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being a part of the
not hiring
things.
Me. But valid point. Like our numbers aren't crazy, but it's organic. We've never paid for advertising. We've never spammed anybody the link excessively. Like it's been organic and it's been so fun, and that's how like I know we're creating something really, really dope. Is everything's cool. It feels natural, from the conversations to the way that we go about our business or the way that we interact with each other in between episodes within like the group chat is probably like some of my favorite shit throughout the day.
Or just some casual shenanigans.
Every day. Like episode 1, I remember after we were finished, so like I just felt so accomplished, and like we actually like it was the beginning of something really, really dope, but also just like that sense of we set something in our sights, we got to there, and then we got the finished product done and like up on YouTube. And I remember just like wondering like when we should release this, and then I was like, how about this Thursday? And Whitley was just like, what about my radio show? I was like, fuck your radio show.
And that's just been the ongoing joke. Anytime it's anything with my Lunar Lounge, you're like, fuck your radio show, but no, really, I love you.
Yeah, it's completely full of love.
It's also like that inside joke that you can apply to like anything, and it's just like, you want to record tonight? It's like, can't, bro. Gotta watch the Jets game. It's like, fuck your Jets game. Let's go.
Fuck your Jets game.
Speaking of Lunar Lounge, though, did you see my little promo post?
Yes.
Was
beautiful.
Was it giving Nintendo?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, so. Thank you. I put a lot of thought and process into that.
A lot of prompting?
Not necessarily the prompting, just like the entire like show it in general. Like it's gonna be a banger.
Is the cover AI generated? Like, was that AI?
Just the like one image, but like the black, the text, the little stars and stuff, that's all me. And Canva.
Oh, no.
Love that. Okay, so anybody listening, if you can't figure out AI and you struggle to prompt it, just holler at Whitley. $7. She's got you looked after.
No, I'll tell you for free. I would never charge for that.
It's been like a really, really cool journey so far. Roots to Umbrella was like another really great episode. I feel like with every episode that goes on, like they just get better and better and better. and the things that we have to talk about become more and more, we expand on them a lot better, just because as we go on and as time goes on, like, we also learn more about the culture that we're immersed in and the people that are involved in it and some of the artists that are running through. On any given day, I can run through Reddit and find like 6 or 7 dope lo-fi beats just on r/lo-fi hip-hop.
You'd be surprised the amount of wonder that's on there, man.
It's crazy. And I mean, shout out to Reddit, shout out to r/lo-fi hip-hop, the subreddit that really brought us all together.
It's true.
Thanks Reddit.
Yeah.
I love you. Be my friend forever.
Thanks, guy from 4 years ago on Reddit, for solving my problem today.
Right?
That's a real thing.
For real.
Oh my god, so helpful.
I love
Like,
it.
it's actually crazy how many really cool things I've figured out on Reddit because of those things specifically. But even now, what are we, like, episode 5? It's easy to say. I feel like this is something we could do every few episodes, but like even episode 3 was like quite possibly my favorite, because I love nerding out and talking about that kind of stuff. I love talking beats, techniques, equipment. Like, that's my vibe.
100%.
To be able to do that for however long, I mean, we had to cut that episode down big time, but that's one of my favorite things, just chatting music, lo-fi, gear, all that stuff, and with people that I actually enjoy talking about it with, not just over Instagram messages somebody's asking, or I'm asking
like,
somebody.
We love it. We're in it. We're part of that community. We're part of that industry even.
I genuinely am always so curious how people, like, how their process is for making things. It's just one of those things I love learning about. Like, as silly as it is, even the radio show, I'm like, how do you do that? That's so neat to me.
Yes. Explain really quickly, Whitley. Like, what goes into the curation of a playlist? Like, do you have a vibe or something similar that you want to go off of before you start? Or do you come across a beat and you're like, this would be really great? Like, what else fits this vibe? Like, what really kicks off the part of that playlist or the radio show?
Like, I guess it kind of varies from week to week, and sometimes I do like special promotional things, like my little lo-fi video game music edition for my 1 year, because that's how I discovered lo-fi was video game music. Or like, like the all Canadian one for Canada Day and so on. But I think usually, because I do this regularly on my own, like as a hobby, like I'm always diving new music, I usually find a couple songs that just like really just stick with me, and then I just kind of build around those. But I usually like to start with at least 5 or 6 songs that would be considered Canadian content, so meeting that requirement like right off the hop. And then I know generally if I can find a couple more that fit with that, then I'm good. But that's usually like my main thing, is who can I represent in Canada right now.
Makes sense.
And then I just kind of like build the vibes around what's I'm vibing with. Sometimes I'm feeling a little bit more introspective, sometimes I'm feeling more poppy, sometimes. So that's kind of what goes in behind the scenes for curating. It's a process.
Liken it to kind of like when we create beats, like we start off with like an idea in mind or how we want certain things to sound, and then kind of expand on it from there. And then of course episode 4 we had big homie Noble up in here,
Mr. Noble,
with probably one of like the more interesting conversations that I've had recently. It felt different in a sense. Like, to have conversations with people, I've never struggled with that. It's never been a problem. It's never been anything I couldn't do. But to do it in a structured environment where I'm having to like think on the fly while also like trying to work in the questions that I had and being conscious of the other 3 people that were in the call with me was definitely like something new as well. It was an experience for sure.
Or it was a learning curve for sure, man.
Definitely. But I do, although it was our first interview and like obviously there's always room for improvement, I was so happy to have him on here. But I also think it's important that we have this platform, that we can do things like that in the future, and just kind of like shine a light on like some of these underground artists and get to know them. And if they want to, like, totally open for more.
I would not be opposed to having one like some of the other homies on there. Too Cool, Andrew, Astro Melhen. That one would be crazy. We would have to swing that like super early, I would imagine, like to get the...
We'd be like up at 2 a.m.
I'm usually up at 2 a.m. anyway. I don't give a shit.
I can be on a weekend.
Could also be on a weekend.
I would be honored, man. That's like goals right there. Astro Melhen, come on the Little Finer Things someday.
Even if we could like expand to some of the other artists that we appreciate, respect, enjoy, getting somebody, I'll pull DiBiase just because he's always been a huge influence. Seems like a really, really cool cat. Him, like Raz Fresco, dream interview, just conversation would be with like Madlib or somebody.
Oh my god.
To me, that would be so crazy to get on here.
That would be the day.
And who knows, like one day
with me, I just
might actually happen.
I just would like to get to know people within our own little communities, because we each, like, although we're part of our, Little Finer Things community, each of us individually are connected with so many other people and artists. Like, you just never know what kind of amazing things could come from that too.
We can talk to everyone.
And say, yeah, see, Cal talks to like everybody, whereas I'm a very like secluded, in my bubble kind of producer within the realms of the Low Finer Things community. Everybody that's in that group chat, talk to them on the regular, but to actually go out and do the social part of social media, I'm very much like I am in real life, and I just like being in my bubble. I don't always want to engage, and I know that's part of the struggle.
Oh, I hate that sometimes.
Like Cal said, he's like, I'll talk to everybody. And I'm very much the opposite. I'll just sit and listen and enjoy people's art. I have a really tough time reaching out sometimes, but that's just me as a hermit.
I'm one of those, what is it? Extroverted introverts or whatever.
Yes.
The hell. That's like the 2-in-1 kind of thing.
Yeah, like a bag of sour cream and onion.
Yeah. Some days you get a bag of smashed assholes. Some days you get a bag of sunshine.
You'll never know which one you're gonna get.
It's fun. It's like
what a terrible comparison, sour cream and onion.
I love that. Those are my favorite chips. So I was like, oh, my favorite. I'm gonna use that.
I do really like onions.
They're okay.
Oh, onions.
You want to know which one I use with like the homies every now and then? Like if we're playing COD and I get a trade, or one of my coworkers says thanks for like doing this for me or something, I'm always like, yo, got you back like a knapsack. And they're just like, the fuck is the matter with you? I'm like, where do you want me to start? There's a list.
Do you have time? I don't think you have enough time.
Got you back like a knapsack, bro. You can hold that one in your back pocket for a rainy day and use that if you want. It's a good one.
I like to throw people off once in a while with stuff like that. It's important.
I do, man. Every now and then I'll quote like Tom Green from Freddy Got Fingered when he's like ripping through the office, and they're like, he's held up by security. It's like, it's for the shashi. And they're like, huh? He's like,
Japan 4?
The shashi? Yeah, Japan 4. Shout out Japan 4. I love the fact that you knew what I was talking about.
We used to do that in high school, man.
Yeah.
Like, that was exactly it. Oh, that just brought back memories. Japan 4 for the sashi.
See, man, look at all these cool little, like, I'm gonna call them trinkets in time and stuff, and just like confirmations that I really think like we're all like just meant to be here, with the sour cream and onion reference and Japan 4 and some of the other things that we've touched on, and the little coincidences that they mean something in our day-to-day lives.
Yeah, that hit nostalgia so hard.
Dude, you can't hurt me. Not with my cheese helmet.
Fuck, that was a good movie.
Or the backwards man. I referenced that at work the other day.
I have done that within the last couple months myself.
I can walk backwards fast as you can.
But backwards man, backwards man. Backwards man, backwards man. That suit, it was just, perfection.
Yes. Did you know Tom Green was actually also in a rap group?
Yes. Tom Green, even his solo rap stuff I've listened to.
Yes. Yeah.
He likes to write rhymes and act like an asshole.
This is the Tom Green Show. It's not the Green Tom Show. This is my favorite show.
Because it's my show.
Shout out to Organized Rhyme. Like, that's so crazy.
Canadian history for the people.
I'm trying to pretend I'm Canadian right now. It's so hard.
Oh, that's right. Outsider.
Oh, yeah. So this is what we grew up on? This is why we're so cool now.
Yes.
I don't think a lot of people know that about me, that I'm not actually Canadian.
Whitley, enlighten our viewers. Where are you from?
I am from Salt Lake City, Utah. Not a Mormon, thanks.
Congrats on your new hockey team.
I heard about that. My buddy Sam, he was like, congrats on the hockey team. And I was like, I didn't even know we didn't have one. Because I'm not, like, into hockey at all.
Oh, we'll turn
now
you eventually.
Utah is now known for having a hockey team and a bunch of soakers.
I couldn't even tell you the hockey team's name or anything.
No one can.
The Utah Soakers.
Is that really what it is?
No.
Okay,
no.
thank God.
I was like, are we going with this? Because I'll fuck with her.
Oh my goodness, you could have got me so good.
You're familiar with what soaking is, right?
Oh, yes.
I'm afraid. Maybe? Oh no. Oh God.
Okay, so
This is not gonna be good. Is this podcast appropriate? Is this a low fighter thing? This is not a low fighter thing.
I mean, it depends.
I don't consent to being educated on this. Change the topic.
Are you sure?
Oh God.
100% convinced you don't want
It's
to
not as bad
learn
as you think.
Yeah, it's really not.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I think I know. Hold on.
Yeah.
This is coming back to me. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, yes.
So you just...
Yeah. Here we go. Yeah. Sorry. As soon as you said Mormon thing, and it just kind of like turned something on in my brain.
Oh, that it turned something on, all right.
Took you back to high school, eh?
Right. This man said took you back to high
And like nothing
school.
against you if you're Mormon. It's just
None. Just everything against you if you're a soaker.
You do not soak, kids. Take a shower.
Just basting. That's for the record though. Like soaking is not a low finder thing. Just
It
for
is
the record.
not.
Definitely not.
we do not endorse
It's
soaking.
Okay, so Whitley, backtracking really quick. So you're from Utah.
I'm from Utah.
How long have you been in Canada?
Since 2008.
So quite some time.
Yeah.
So like we got like 16 years.
Basically my
almost.
entire adult life.
Cool. All right, cool. Love that. So you, I would imagine at this point, have your Canadian citizenship.
Now you've done it. Cesis is gonna be at their door in a couple of minutes.
Oh shit. No, I'm a legal immigrant. I haven't gone through the citizenship. I'm just a permanent resident status.
Permanent residency.
And why am I so passionate about supporting the Canadian music scene?
Yeah, why do you like us so much?
I think there is a wealth of musical talent that comes out of Canada, and I think it's a great export. And I really, really like music. And
You've said this before.
yeah, like I said at first, I was kind of like, this is a pain in the ass. But then I was like, you know what? No, I get it, because when you're up against like even the United States has such a big music industry. Like I get why there's Canadian content laws, because it like makes people actually like support local industries and media.
You should. Everyone deserves that shot, like chance to be heard. So why not give it to a bit of people from your own country?
So, and Canada's my home now. So whether I have a piece of paper and that proves that or not, it's my home.
We're glad you're here.
Yeah, I'd be lost without you.
I would also be lost without you guys. I'll use, like, for example, like my incident where like I dislocated my ankle and put 2 spiral fractures in my leg. Like that has been what's brought me in front of all of these amazing people.
Dude, right?
And now here we are.
Thank God for you fucking up your foot.
It's like, it's actually crazy. Like that's actually brought me so many cool things in my life from like that one incident. And
right?
Now it's crazy. I would not be here if it wasn't for that. Like if I didn't have 6 months to sit around and do nothing except for play video games and learn, not so much learn, but start making beats again, there'd be no low finer things. There would be no crooked foot. There, just like none of this would happen. And it's something that, as odd as it sounds, like I'm extremely grateful for it.
It's amazing how something like that can change just like the entire projection of where you're going and bring you know, new things to light that are better.
It was like it was a struggle at first. It was tough. Like mentally, it was really, really tough to be sitting there for, like I said, 6 months straight.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
And I couldn't drive. Like I couldn't leave my house. I couldn't do any of that just because of the foot that had messed up. Like I was in a walking boot on my right foot, so I couldn't actually drive.
Yeah, what can you do at that point? You're literally like a prisoner in your own house, essentially.
But like when it's dark out, you got to look for the stars.
Hey,
and it kept me positive. It kept me going, and now here we are, being dope ass people together.
Right? Oh, I'll just forever be thankful you fucked up your foot.
I will too. It's like, hey, universe, thanks for fucking up my foot.
Yeah, thank you for hurting my friend.
Who would have thought a patch of ice could do so much damage?
Oh, it's slippery.
We'll go into detail on that one of these days.
Does your kid like lo-fi?
Mine? God, no. My kid doesn't like anything. Like he likes playing video games. He likes playing music. He's good on the keyboard. He can watch something or listen to something on YouTube and then go and play it on his keyboard and pick up on it very quickly, but he's not interested in creating his own things yet. I wish he was, but he's not. He likes sports and stuff too. He's starting to like hockey and things like that. So I'm hoping like maybe the music thing will be a thing in the near future here.
Yeah, my kid very into music. Like she likes to dance. She'll ask like, what are we listening to? Who's this? Like I said before, she said Crooked Foot once. I was like, oh my god, that is like the cutest thing. Crooked Foot.
That's adorable.
Yes.
You gotta try and snipe that as an audio recording, and I can use it as like a beat tag.
I would love that.
Absolutely, I would. 100% I would.
I will. Anyway, yeah, my kid's like really into music, and I catch her like bopping her head to my lo-fi beats all the time. But then she'll go and like request Ed Sheeran.
No.
She loves the
Ed Sheeran's good
She
too.
loves the Shivers song. She even has her own little dance routine. It's the most precious thing.
I love that. That's super cool. I think I remember you telling me about a time when I was like making beats on Twitch, and she had come in and was like bobbing her head and was like, "Is that Crooked Foot?" It's like, I guess my sound is distinguishable if like a young child can tell it's me from just walking in the room and listening.
Or it could be like, you know, watching you like Twitch stream and she saw the like your setup.
Could be as well. Could be.
Teaching them
Could
young,
be.
exposing them young.
Got to.
Yeah, totally.
Got to.
Music is so important for kids' development.
I agree.
And I feel like lo-fi as a genre is just like so relaxing and chill, and I think it's really good for mental health.
Okay, shout out to my son really quick because he just won his ball hockey game.
Congratulations,
Hey.
Babyfoot.
Their first win on the season. I love it. It's good. He's the goalie too, so even better that he didn't get shelled for a bunch of shots.
That a guy.
Good stuff. It's good stuff.
It's okay. I'm gonna shout out my boss right now because he just texted me and told me I have tomorrow off.
Yo.
Oh man.
I wish my boss would text me and tell me to take tomorrow off because it's been a rough couple of weeks.
Work construction.
I don't see that happening. No, bro. I'm not cut out for that, bro. I'm a bitch.
Oh, you fucking... Sometimes you just gotta chuck 150 pounds on your arms and go for it.
Bro, no, that ain't me. That ain't me, bro.
It used to be the same, but like, I don't know. I kind of like it now as much as I hate it.
I would rather get yelled at by kids and have stuff thrown at me than work construction. But that's just me.
I just like the camaraderie that comes with it. Because, like, I don't need someone to filter me. I have a horrid mouth normally. So, like, if I can be free to just talk, oh, baby, let me go.
That's absolutely fair. Wrapping things up today, unless anybody has anything wonderful to add really quick.
Just, it's been a good recap. Kind of get a little bit more personal.
It's fun to learn about it, Liz.
Yeah.
I enjoy the fact that our personalities got to sparkle and shine a little bit on this episode. It was kind of a get to know the people that ramble on about lo-fi and dope-ass beats for 45 minutes every couple weeks. It gives them some insight into our lives, who we are as people, and just builds on the lo-finer things culture and what we're all about.
Because at the end of the day, we're all just people who love lo-fi.
What do you guys have queued up for artist recommendations?
Whitley, you want to take us off first? You want me to?
I do. I'm going to go with Bailey. He's known as Bailey on Bandcamp, but on Spotify it's Bailey P. That's Baelei. He's from Ottawa, Ontario, and if you like that more grimy, like gritty, kind of more abstract kind of style lo-fi, like I think you guys would really like him if you haven't listened to him already. I've never played him on my show before, but I really feel like I should because I've liked his music for a while. He's awesome, and it's such a unique style, but it's like it hits it. It's gritty, it's grimy, it's got great use of samples, like the vocal, like, check him out. I love him. He just came out with a new single, Ready, and that's been on repeat. Bailey P, Bandcamp, Spotify, check him out.
I'm going to go with somebody new, actually, that just reached out to me recently and also sustained an injury to their leg.
What?
Shout out to, yes, it's crazy. Shout out to Navi on Instagram, who randomly messaged me earlier in the week and just asked if he could share some unreleased stuff with me. He sent me a playlist on his SoundCloud that was called Couch Beats Number 1. Ooh. I think there was 4 or 5 really, really dope beats on there. And he filled me in. He's like, had a car accident a few weeks ago, stuck at home with a bad ankle. And I was like, no shit. Been there. And I listened to the beats, and they were absolutely crazy, dope ass SP gritty beats, and I couldn't wait to share it with everybody here. Navi, and now it's also on his Spotify, so it's GNAWVY on Instagram and Spotify. Oh, dude,
I know
SoundCloud.
What you're talking about. He's awesome.
Yeah,
I haven't talked to him yet, but I really like
his
content. He's good stuff, man.
Low-finder connection right there.
I saw the Couch Beats Volume 1. That logo was like, yes, that is so up my alley. Sorry, how do you say his name?
Yes.
Navi?
I think it's Navi. I might have mispronounced it, and if he hears this, please just let me know how to pronounce it.
Yeah. Thanks for following us, dude. Yo. He's been supporting me too. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Cal, what do you got?
I'm gonna just keep it simple and go with my buddy Ghost Jammed.
Oh, that was gonna be one of mine someday. I love Ghost Jammed. I've never talked to him personally, but I love his music.
You should probably just listen to his Mono CD. Mana. I
So
listen to too
good.
much Italian music. Don't mind me. You know, if you go down there on that album and you get near the bottom, you may or may not find a song called Light Route that I'm on.
I love that one. I
Nice.
love that one.
Throw in a little
course.
self-promotion on the side.
Why not?
I'm fangirl.
The
I
album-
loved. That's my recommendation too. Ghost Jammed. I love Ghost Jammed. Oh,
Oh, dude, he's such a nice kid. Like, talking to him, he's genuinely just as kind-hearted as the rest of y'all are.
I've never talked to him personally, but I've been following him for a while. I've played his music several times on my show. Love Ghost Jammed. Love him.
I'm like, he needs a shout-out.
He
He's
does.
a
Little
kind-hearted
finer
little bugger.
connections. Like, this community's so tiny. I love it.
Go listen to some of his jams. They're ghost.
Yes.
They are.
Whitley, let them know where to find us.
You can find us at The Little Finer Things on Instagram, YouTube, and SoundCloud.
What a little finer time.
It's for the culture. And still enough time to play video games before the NHL game. I love that.
Oh, baby.
Ooh-wee. This has been The Little Finer Things, episode 5.
Thank you for listening.
Recapping with
beautiful.
Kappa.
Yeah, I recapped some things.
Thank y'all for tuning in. We'll catch you
Appreciate it.
on the next episode of
The low finer things. Ta-ta.